Shalom, brothers and sisters out there.
Brothers and sisters out there.
Good, good, good. All right, so gonna go into this live stream here, do this quick lesson. I say quick, but we'll get some edification out of it. We'll milk it for all it's worth, Lord willing. Okay. So all praise to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem Rakakudash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to the hopefully elect out there. All right. And this lesson is entitled Isupk, Revenge, Adultery, Fornication, and Witchcraft. And these are just some of the things that's being taught currently by them. You know, we don't have to make it up. It's true. By now, you should have, news travel fast in the house of Israel. I'll say that among the Israelites. And there's a video circulated from this individual in the ISA. He has some advice on some thoughts on the Chris Rock and Will Smith saga, right? But the dude is wicked, man. And this is the same guy that said that John the Baptist wasn't in the truth. He's always got some outlandish things to say, which it shouldn't surprise you at all. Currently, what you see among these Israelites, it's almost like they're in a contest to see who can go off the worst. You know, I mean, it went from Sakari, it went from Isupk with John the Baptist is not in the truth. You know, you can do it in the butt. Just Sakari with certain books that are in the Bible and not part of the Bible. You know, that big fiasco with the Passover. And then this year now you got Bishop Nate them and brothers have been getting on them hard about their Passover fashion show and them glorifying themselves, their vanity, hypocrisy. And now you got these guys pop up again. I mean, it's just been one thing after the next, after the next, after the next with these Israelites. And all it really is the spiritual demon Satan. You know, this sifting going on. The spiritual demon Satan has got these different tears in the spirit doing what they do, which really just goes back to the Most High. So you can't get too messed up over what you see these groups teach. And there's going to be more damnable heresies than these come up. So we're just going to edify, going to use, like what I like to call, we're going to take these lemons, these Israelite lemons, and we're going to make lemonade out of them. We're going to take these manure chips, and we're just going to use them to help the elect grow. We're going to use them as fertilizer, man, because that's all you can really do. You know, just when you see one Israelite group, you saw Bubble-Eyed Blackfish in the GOC. See, they had their period going. Christians will pop up. You know, then it'll be some other Israelite group go off. We rebuked them for a while. Now Bishop Nate is back with the IUIC. It's just one thing after the next, But it is. Can you really say? I guess we should say the water Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah for giving us things to edify off of, because we're just gonna help the hopefully elect learn. That's all we're gonna do. Just help the hopefully elect learn from this. There's been a line drawn clearly. The elect is gonna be of one, and the rest of the wicked Israelites are gonna be of another sort. So it is what it is. This is 2 Timothy 3, verse 12. It says, yeah, and all that will live godly in Hamashiach, Yahweh shall suffer persecution. And that time is coming. And we still suffer persecution, among our own, because they continuously call us rapists. They call us pedophiles. We the wickedest group. We shouldn't get on our brothers. But then when these niggas go off, they don't have nothing to say. But evil men and seducers shall wax worse and worse, deceiving and being deceived. And that's what you see. From ISUPK, GOCC, IUIC, Sakari, believers of the way, the Christians, right? Hebrew Israelite Christians, the Yah Israelites, one after the next going off. But these guys, ISUPK, they have a reputation for going off, a reputation for being wicked. And it's important to note, and I believe in the spirit, it's just me saying this, but I believe that the elites and those that are behind the scenes that have hired these groups, they're telling them to do different outlandish shit. They got a free reign to do whatever they want to do, except teach the real truth. IUIC and ISUPK are two well-known 501c3 groups. Well known. So we know that they're compromised already. So there's no wonder that you're gonna hear damnable heresies like these coming out of these groups, right? ISUPK was another group that said the mark of the beast is not the chip, and that's some conspiracy shit. Same as IUIC. So now they're going. It's no wonder that they're taking turns and going off. Not hard to imagine. Anyway, again, but evil men and seducers shall wax deceiving. They deceive you, and being deceived, they deceive their own selves by their wickedness. Their wickedness is blinding them. What should we do? But continue thou in the things which thou hast learned and hast been assured of, knowing of whom thou hast learned them, and that from a child thou hast known the holy scriptures, which are able to make thee wise unto salvation through faith, which is in Hamashiach Yahushua. So, that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to get eternal life, right? We're trying to get gain salvation. Going to verse 16 says, all scripture is given by inspiration of the Most High, and is profitable for doctrine, for reproof, for correction, for instruction in righteousness, that the man of the Most High may be perfect, thoroughly furnished unto all good works. And that's what we're trying to be. We're trying to be, thoroughly furnished unto all good works. We're just trying to do what the Lord told us to do. And rebuke is part of it. You have such a heavy spirit on brothers rebuking the IUIC for all that shit they've been doing, glorifying themselves and making the Passover about them and Bishop Nate, which they was keeping the Passover on the wrong day. Now these niggas pop up. Romans 16 verse 17, now I beseech you, brethren, mark them which cause divisions. We're supposed to mark individuals, right? And offenses contrary to the doctrine which ye have learned, and avoid them. For they that are such serve not our Lord Yahushua, but their own belly, and by good words and fair speeches deceive the hearts of the simple. So you got that out there. Those are going to deceive. And IUIC is some of those that use those fair speeches, right? So we read a few of these off the comment board, and then we're just going to play the video. This is GMS Spiritual War, Jeremiah 5:26. For among my people, among our people, are found wicked men. You got to get that understanding and know there are wicked Israelites, and more, they're becoming more wicked. They're increased, and they double down in their wickedness. For among my people are found wicked men. You found that out with Bishop Nate. He's a wicked dude, man. Just because he was, yeah, brother, you're right. I believe they're agents. ISUPK, they definitely, that one guy that's on the thumbnail, that dude is a damn agent. That dude is an actor. He don't even know the scriptures like that, man. That guy's an agent, but it's all good. You're not gonna win, you agent monkeys. And Bishop Nate is, IUIC is obviously compromised too. Just because Bishop Nate was sick and he recovered, that doesn't mean anything. The Most High can make you sick, then you recover to see what you're gonna do. Next time he might just damn drop dead. Instead of getting sick, he might just drop dead altogether. His pride is on another level now. It's all good though. For among my people are found wicked men. They lay wait as he that setteth snares. They set a trap. They catch men, right? And we're gonna play this video very shortly here. So you got wicked men among the Israelites, no doubt. GMS Vegas sit downs, Acts 20:29. For I know this, that after my departing shall grievous wolves enter in, not sparing the flock. You got these grievous wolves among the house of Israel now. Also of your own selves shall men arise, speaking perverse things. And what you're going to hear this guy say is some perverse shit. Speaking perverse things to draw away disciples after them. Therefore watch and remember that by the space of 3 years I cease not to warn everyone night and day with tears, right? And there's another scripture where Paul says, I have not shunned to declare to you all the counsel of the Most High. We warned. We've been very thorough in warning and showing you about these wicked groups, what they teach, what's the right way. We just told you they was wicked and then didn't go into what they teach. We told you what they teach. We told you what the right thing was. We showed you. So you're going to be on your own. GMS in the Truth, Orlando, Philippians 3:18. For many walk of whom I have told you often and now tell you, even weeping, that they are enemies of the cross of the anointed, whose end is destruction, whose God is their belly, whose glory is in their shame, who mind earthly things. That's some earthly shit, man. Teaching people openly to take revenge, that's something you don't do. That's going off. And obviously, most of the brothers that I seen getting on, them teaching adultery, but don't overlook the other thing. He's telling you to take revenge. Then he's telling you how to do it. What we gonna deal with that? The Most High said, "Don't take revenge." What the fuck is this guy talking about? He can't even make that go over in a carnal mindset. Jim S. Vegas sit down. So the Caracas said that dude's a real life detective Alonzo from Training Day. The way he moved, yeah. And then you look at his, he never has a beard. He never has a beard. That damn porn mustache, that military shit just going to the corners of your mouth. A guy like that, it never grows, and he can grow a beard. You can tell. I know a shaved face Negro when I see one. My granddad is just shaved, man. That dude shaves often. He got that shiny gloss on his face. He shaves. Why? Why does he shave? That dude's in costume. That's all it is. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But he's still wicked. Even if I'm wrong with him about him being an agent. Let's just say his name is General Mahayaman, some shit like that. I call him General, let me break your hymen, because he's a perverse nigga, man. General, let me break your hymen. Fucking, this dude's a weirdo, man. From the Virginia camp, Titus 1 and 11, whose mouths must be stopped. And really, you need that other verse, right? Let's go and grab it. Brother, can you put up verse 10? Put up verse 10. It says, Shalom, brother Tazawan from up there in Wisconsin. Sometimes when I share you brothers' videos, I want to say GMS Milwaukee, but I ain't sure if you brothers in Milwaukee or not. I know those other two demons, Milwaukee, Yasharala, but I ain't know if you brothers was in Milwaukee or not for sure. Anyway, the brother said Christians pray to Jesus and recover from sickness all the time. That don't make them righteous. That's right, brother. Absolutely. Shalom Israel 7K Houston guy used to scoff the hell out of me about GMS in 2016. Betty feels awkward now. And really knowing them dudes, they don't, they do like Bishop Nate does. When they get found to be wrong about something, they do like the Christians do. They just never mention it. That like they never said nothing wrong or wicked. That's why we keep them videos. We bring back up the shit that they said in the past. Let's get on. Let's just go ahead and move on. All right, let's just go ahead and get it. Let's play this video, and we'll probably wind up playing it more to brothers and sisters that may not have heard it. For those that are gonna come after us, that you got a lot of Israelites that just I don't know where the hell they be at. They don't know what's going on, and they don't seem to stay up on the current events. They just watch every group, and then when some shit happens, they don't know what's going on. So the title of the video is Beware. Isupk now promote adultery, and they do. If you say it out of your mouth and you advise others to do it, that means you back it and you promote it. This is from the brother Jim S. Watchman from the main camp. Let's get ready to play this. It's only 1 minute and 37 seconds, but this dude says a lot in that time. There's a link to the actual video. Let's play it.
Chris Rock should do. This will be my counsel to him. Chris Rock cannot beat Will Smith in a fight.
You heard him? This is his counsel to him. This is his advice to Chris Rock.
Rock should do. This will be my counsel to him. Chris Rock cannot beat Will Smith in a fight, more than likely. Will Smith trains for action movies. He's probably well trained with all kinds of martial arts and fighting styles and guns.
Now, this dude doesn't have any faith. You can't go into a battle thinking like that. The battle is the Lord's. We all know that, right? We all know the battle is the Lord's. I got to stop it right there. I got to get a scripture. You saying that if you're going to go into a battle and you're going to look at the outward appearance, you are already lost because you lack faith. The Most High is the one that gives you victories. It ain't got nothing to do with a person's physical, what they know. And on top of that, Will Smith, just because he show himself on camera like he can fight, don't mean he can actually fight. He bigger than Chris Rock. But shit, if you believe in the Lord, any man can be taken out at any time. The Most High is the one who's determining victories in the heavens, not you on the earth. Let's get Psalms. This dude's an asshole, man. But I think they just take turns saying outlandish shit to see who can one up the next with wickedness. This is Psalms 33 and 16. It says, there is no king saved by the multitude of an host. That scripture right there means no king is going to win any battles by how many troops he has. A host is his army. A mighty man is not delivered by much strength. If a dude is big and bad and strong, so fucking what? What's that got to do with anything? He don't run nothing. An horse is a vain thing for safety. Neither shall he deliver any by his great strength. Behold, the eye of the Lord is upon them that fear him, upon them that hope in his mercy, to deliver their soul from death and to keep them alive in famine. There you go. The Most High is the one who determines these things, right? And it says in the Maccabees, that strength coming from heaven. What the fuck is this guy talking about? Why are you so confident that Will Smith can win a victory over anybody? Or one man can win a victory over another based off the outside appearance? It's because you carnal, man. Because you're a carnal asshole. That's why you saying that. If we'd have thought like that, then King David would have never defeated Goliath. Right? It's just he's really in the spirit of them spies that went and spied out the land and came back and gave a report. You know, they're gonna crush us like grasshoppers, or however they said, right? But Caleb them didn't say that. They didn't say that. They said, we're going to win this. We got this. The Lord is with us. Shalom Israel 777, Isaiah 5:21. Woe unto them that are wise in their own eyes and prudent in their own sight. And that's these dudes. In his likeness, Yasharallah, 1 Samuel 2:9, he will keep the feet of his saints, and the wicked shall be silent in darkness. For by strength shall no man prevail. It's all about whether the Most High going to deliver you or not. It ain't got nothing to do with what. Hey, if you're gonna think like that, that means we're gonna all die. Esau gonna defeat us because he got everything. We're gonna walk all over these devils when the time comes. The Most High gonna get us, and we're gonna go out of here in style. Even with all everything these devils are planning, right? The martial law, the FEMA camps, the torture chambers, all the weapons they got. They're planning on, demonizing us. None of that shit is gonna work. We read the book. It says we win. In a feeble state, we win because our God is strong. GMS Harakah, Psalms 1 and 2. But his delight is in the law of the Lord, and in his law doth he meditate day and night. Our mind's supposed to be on this. See? That's right. Yep. GMS Fruit of Knowledge. Psalms, 18:34. He teacheth my hands to war, so that a bow of steel is broken by mine arms. King David said that. The Most High can put the, like how is it Neo? They just download certain shit into his brain. We're gonna be like that overnight, man. The Most High gonna make us badasses to whoop everybody's ass overnight. When he give us spiritual power, boom. We going back and we going to whoop ass mode. GMS in the Truth, Orlando, 1 Timothy 4 and 8. For bodily exercise profiteth little, but godliness is profitable unto all things. You got to be on the Most High side by keeping his ways, and he'll do the rest. But godliness is profitable unto all things, having promise of the life that now is and of that which is to come. See it? You see it? Let's see here. This is GMS. Pray always, hope for elect, Deuteronomy 20 and 1. When thou goest out to battle against thine enemies and seest horses and chariots and a people more than thou, be not afraid of them. What? For the Lord thy power is with thee. Yahweh Shem Yahushua is with thee, which brought thee out of the land of Egypt. That's fire. You see? So he already talking wrong from the beginning. In his likeness, Yasharallah, Psalms 44 and 6. For I will not trust in my bow, neither shall my sword save me, man. That's plain. Can't get no plainer than that. Let's go back to the video. And I ain't gonna just keep stopping. I'm gonna let the shit play through. Like I said, we'll probably wind up playing it numerous times. Listen to this weirdo.
Rock should do. This will be my counsel to him. Chris Rock cannot beat Will Smith in a fight, more than likely. Will Smith trains for action movies. And he's probably well trained with all kinds of martial arts and fighting styles and guns. But if he truly wants revenge, and Chris Rock must get revenge in the spirit of Christ, he has to do it, or else he won't be a man. Let me tell you what my counsel, if Chris Rock was a man under my...
He said in the spirit. Well, I guess that's the right spirit, the spirit of Christ. He got Christ on his shirt. But in the spirit of the Savior of the Bible, what did Yahushua say do? Did Yahushua take revenge? on people. That ain't that. Howard Shad never taught that. To take revenge on people.
Let me tell you what my counsel, if Chris Rock was a man under my supervision, this is what I would counsel him to do. This is the only way Will Smith would understand. Chris Rock cannot fight him. Chris Rock cannot assault him. But you know what Chris Rock can do? Chris Rock can fuck his wife. And that's what he should do. He should do that. He should buy some of that good heroin. He should buy some of that good heroin.
This is a dumbass nigga right here, man. This nigga talking about he should, sleep with his wife, man. What? You telling somebody to commit adultery with another man's wife? Is that what you're doing? So that's revenge. You're saying adultery, right? Now he pushing the witchcraft with the heroin and the drugs. And then you had ignorant niggas in the background clapping and shit. That means they with it too. Let's go back a little bit. This dude is weird.
Assault him, but you know what Chris Rock can do? Chris Rock can fuck his wife. And that's what he should do.
Now, and the water to the elder brother putting that scripture because I was just about to start looking. Yeah, Howard Shad never told people and to do this in that spirit. This is Jim S. Vegas sit downs, Matthew 5:39. But I say unto you that ye resist not evil, but whosoever shall smite thee on thy right cheek, turn to him the other also. You let it roll off, man. You don't take revenge on people. The Most High is gonna see to the matter. If somebody do you wrong, the Lord got it. This is Jim S. Harakah, 1 Peter 3:9, not rendering evil for evil or railing for railing, but contrariwise blessing, knowing that ye are thereunto called that ye should inherit a blessing. Absolutely. You don't go and do evil. You don't go and do evil in the individuals because they did evil unto you. Right? And I got a list of scripts here. Let's just go ahead and like the brother said, he pushing that Tupac spirit. That Tupac hit him up spirit. Complete nigga. And it's a bad example to set. You got women in there. Women was with it. You heard a woman voice in there.
And the spirit of Christ.
Nope.
He has to do it. Or else he won't be a man. Let me tell you what my counsel, if Chris Rock was a man under my...
So you're not a man if you don't take revenge on your neighbors. This is a fellow Israelite right here. You're not a man if you don't go and commit adultery with your neighbor's wife because of some wrong he did to you. This is wicked.
Supervision. This is what I would counsel him to do. This is the only way Will Smith would understand. Chris Rock cannot fight him. Chris Rock cannot assault him. But you know what Chris Rock can do? Chris Rock can fuck his wife. And that's what he should do. He should do that. He should buy some of that good heroin. He should buy some of that good heroin. They got good heroin down here in Kensington. Kensington got...
How you know? How you know what a good dope is? I live in South Carolina. I can't tell you what no good dope is. I can't tell you what no good drugs, no good weed. I can't tell you none of that. How would you know?
Excellent heroin, excellent cocaine, Puritan in New York. He should get...
He says he says it's Puritan in New York. Oh Lord. How do you know? How do you know that, man? You can say I heard. I heard they had some, you can tell by the news, by the things going on that they may have some, some quality. You said they got excellent, like you used it. This shit is excellent. Oh my goodness.
That good heroin. He should buy some of that good heroin. They got good heroin down here in Kensington. Kensington got excellent heroin, excellent cocaine, Puritan in New York. He should get some of that weed from California or some of that cocaine from Philadelphia. And he should go and talk to Jada Pinkett. You know what he should do? He should befriend her son. He should go make friends with her son. He should come over the house and say, listen, I want to squash this beef. I'm sorry about what I said about your head. That was wrong. Me and Jaden here playing video games here. He should start playing with Jaden Smith. And he should fuck the shit out of Jada Pinkett.
If you see something, say something.
That's absolutely wicked. Let's deal with the revenge because he told people, to take revenge. He said if he was to come to him under his supervision, this is what he would tell them. So whatever you say when you in a class, you in the room, that's why the apostles tell us to stick to the scriptures, man. Right? Stick to the scriptures. And this dude, he's telling you out of his own heart what he would do. Nigga say they got the pure dope. Got the pure dope in Philadelphia, Kensington. Hold on, brothers. Let me get this page. Start going to these scriptures, because when all you gotta do is look up revenge, right? This ain't the one I want. Just hold on. I got a couple of windows set up here with the good scripts. Let's see. Let's move this one over here. There we go. This is Leviticus 19, right? And if you put avenge not yourselves or avenge, right, you got a list of scriptures that come up. Now, the individual that I just put on timeout, I didn't put him on timeout because he repeated what I said, because I'm not ashamed of what I said. I said the dude's name is, I call him, let me break your hymen instead of General Mahyman, right? I put him on timeout because that's all you can contribute. You late. I mean, you just not late. You just came on the stream. We don't really even know you like that. And the only thing you can contribute is a damn wisecrack. Just stay in the background, bro. Just stay in the background. We don't need to hear from people like that. I just timed you out. I didn't block the dude, but we ain't got time for it, man. You new Israelites. You just here for controversy. We ain't dealing with only reason we dealing with the controversy because it's edification and we marking the guys. Other than that, we don't need it, man. Leviticus 19:18. Thou shalt not avenge. Not supposed to do it. Not avenge, nor bear any grudge against the children of thy people. Does this mean that you're supposed to love all Israelites? No. You ain't even going to get along with all of them. But one thing I won't do, even if I don't like you, I'm not going to avenge myself against you. I'm not going to bear a grudge against you. If I know you wicked, I just ain't going to fuck with you, man. But I'm not going to incur wrath upon myself by breaking the commandments of the Lord. Thou shalt not avenge, like having vengeance against, taking revenge against another Israelite. I'm not going to do it. I wouldn't take revenge against any person for that matter. Thou shalt not avenge, because the Most High God, he got it. He going to do it. He knew what he was doing. Thou shalt not avenge, nor bear any grudge against the children of thy people, but thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. I am the Lord. And I can love your ass from afar, loving you by keeping the commandments and not doing things against you that will bring the wrath of the Lord upon myself. Right? Let's get another one. Let's go to, hold on here. I just wanted to read that one. I got here, and I see brothers putting it up. I didn't read it on purpose because I already had it. Right? I got this Romans 12. And this is beautiful stuff. This is how you learn. You learn because the first thing you want to do, you taught in Babylon the Great. That nigga did it to you, do it to him, do it to them before they do it to you. Nah, man, you don't do that. Romans 12:17 says, recompense to no man evil for evil. Somebody do evil to you, you looking to do evil back to them. The Most High don't like that shit, right? Recompense to no man evil for evil. Provide things honest in the sight of all men. If it be possible, as much as lieth in you, live peaceably with all men. And there are provisions you can take. If somebody do you dirty, if somebody do something to you, if it be a crime, there's things you can do. If somebody do some wickedness to you, if they hurt you or your family and you have to go to the police, let's say, if you have to, I ain't telling nobody to do it. If you have to do that, you can't look at that as being wrong. Somebody try to kill you, what you gonna do? Somebody try to rob you, what you gonna do? If they rob you and you find out, you gonna just go and take it back? You might not be able to. It might be out of your power. Now what you gonna do? Keep listening to these Babylonian niggas. No, man, don't fuck with the cops. It's 5-0. This nigga a cop. No, your ass wicked. And I needed somebody to help me. I'm not condoning going downtown and running to Isupk. But if that's your only course of action, that's on you. You left me the only course of action I can take. I can go to the authorities for a nigga trying to rob me, trying to steal from me, instead of going and getting caught up in it myself. I'm not going to do that. I ain't going to say what I would do, but I know I ain't going to take revenge on the individual. If it be possible, as much life in you, live peaceably with all men. Dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves. It don't give you an out. It don't say avenge not yourselves unless you know that nigga. Avenge not yourself unless he one of you Avenge not yourselves, lest he eat Edomite. It don't say that. It says, dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves. It gives a comma, but rather give place unto wrath. For it is written, vengeance is mine, saith the Lord, I will repay. Let's look at another version and see what it says. NLT, dear friends, never take revenge. Leave that to the righteous anger of the Most High. For the scriptures say, I will take revenge. I will pay them back, says the Lord. That's fire. NIV, do not take revenge, my dear friends. So what should Chris Rock do? He did the right thing. He just left it as it was. And what happened in exchange for that? His ticket sales is jumping out of the roof. It don't matter how much he charged for the tickets, people still going there, right? His career and image is not tarnished. Not that I give a damn, because Chris Rock said that the Most High make mistakes. Fuck that dude. Fuck him. And fuck Will Smith at the end of the day. But right is right and wrong is wrong, right? Do not take revenge, my dear friends, but leave room for the Most High's wrath. For it is written, it is mine to avenge, I will repay, says the Lord. ESV, beloved, never avenge yourselves, but leave it to the wrath of the Most High. For it is written, vengeance is mine, I will repay, says the Lord. That's good enough. We heard enough. You heard it? I like this version better. Dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves, but rather give place unto wrath, for it is written, vengeance is mine, I will repay, saith Yahweh Shem Yahushai. There you go. See? There you go. The Most High gonna be the one to pay fools back. Let the Lord do it. He know them better than you do. He knows them better than you do. There's another badass script that I saw the Elder Karatazar put up. I already had it, so I'm gonna read it now. When it comes to revenge, this is right here is a heavy one. It tells you right away what's gonna happen to you if you take revenge on somebody. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 28 and verse 1. It says, he that revengeth shall find vengeance from the Lord. You heard that? If you take revenge on somebody, the Lord gonna mess you up. Sure, they might have did you dirty. They might be in the wrong and you might be in the right. But now that you took revenge, now the anger of the Lord is pointed at you. It's pointed at you. And then people gonna still be guilty. He that revengeth shall find vengeance from the Lord, and he will surely keep his sins in remembrance. You're sacrificing your salvation to take revenge on a rotten ass nigga, not even fully knowing what it was. The Most High might have set that man up to do that wickedness so he could get his ass. Don't interfere with the judgment of the Lord. Then it gives you advice further. Forgive thy neighbor the hurt that he hath done unto thee. So shall thy sins also be forgiven when thou prayest. Ooh, what? I mean, I got to forgive this nigga? Yeah, let it go. You ain't got to forgive him on that level where you like American forgiveness. Like white people forgive, like they want you to, you go over to the nigga house and then you make him a sandwich. No, fuck all that. You just don't fuck with him no more. In due time, you're gonna see them. You're going in different directions. When people do wickedness under you, just let it be, man. Just go ahead on. It'll become obvious what you should do, but you should not take revenge. Right? You may come in contact, you may be at work with individuals that done dirt to you, so it's impossible to completely avoid them, but you got to limit how much you deal with them. And in time, you're going to see them having all kind of troubles, man. You don't know what the Most High going to do to them people. Let it be. Let it go, should I say. Let it go. Don't hold on to them damn grudges. For what? Why should Chris Rock walk around for the next few years of his life talking shit about Will Smith because he got slapped? See, the main thing with niggas in America is you don't want to be embarrassed. You can't take the low. You can't take losses. You don't know how to deal with shit. Well, we're already under the curses. As soon as somebody that look like you do something to you, ready to kill him. Fucking anybody's running around in their glory. They ain't did nothing to you but evil. And you ain't did shit. As soon as one of your own nation do something, now you ready to exterminate him. You ready to hurt his parents, his family, his wife, his kids. They got to go without that person because you got embarrassed on social media. Learn to fucking grow up, man. That shit is a small matter. I mean, at the end of the day, I hated the whole thing that happened. Like I said, I don't give a fuck about Chris Rock. I don't give a fuck about Will Smith. All of them a bunch of demons and sellouts. But what I did not like is the fact that one black man can embarrass the shit out of another one and nobody will bat an eyelash. Of course, they voicing their displeasure at it because people choose favorites. But that could have never been. Will Smith could have done that to another nation. He couldn't have done it to a white person. He couldn't have done it to a gay motherfucker. He couldn't have went and slapped him. If the dude said Will Smith got a cute ass and he went up there and slapped his face, there would have been an outcry from everybody. But since it was two heterosexual, so-called heterosexual black males, nobody really got a problem with it. Where's the fucking outcry? See? So that set a dangerous precedent because now even as a celebrity, you won't mean shit to nobody. But it's all good. The kingdom of heaven is for us. It's really more for the men than it is for the damn women. Even people hate to hear us say that. We on the bottom. We on the bottom. The Israelites on the bottom, but the Israelite man is on the bottom. And when we get it our way, we gonna run this motherfucker forever. Ain't nobody gonna ever do nothing to us, man. We gonna rule over you motherfuckers. It just so happens that the Most High put the righteous spirit in us so that we can't go too far with it. We're gonna do just enough. We're gonna be in power with our Lord. And you're gonna be in the background, black woman, so-called Israelite woman. Let's say it like that. You're gonna be in the background. You ain't gonna be in the forefront telling us what to do. None of that shit. Nobody's gonna protect anyone. The lion is gonna have his prey. But it's all good. For now, we'll take it. Because we got this. See, we got something nobody has. We got this truth. Israelite woman don't have access to the truth the way that we do. Sure, she's in the truth, right? But she ain't got the deep mysteries of the scriptures. The Most High gave us that. That's something nobody can take from us. So fuck you all, man. At the end of the day, you can get mad at us all you want to. We don't give a shit. The Most High is going to back up the Israelite man, and it will behoove you as the women to back us. And if you don't do it, then you ain't going to be here. You got to come back in the kingdom. GMS Vegas sit down. Ephesians 4:26. Be angry and sin not. Oh, Salaki. Be angry and do not sin. The CSB. Don't let the sun go down in your anger, and don't give the devil an opportunity. Right? Don't let the devil use you as a chess piece. You all fucking up now. Your salvation, your whole household messed up because your ass lost your head and wanted to take revenge. And you're supposed to know the scriptures better than to take revenge. We just read it. It's really, man, that's the spirit of a damn black woman, man. You know, they get mad and they want to take revenge on one another. That bitch aired me. I'm gonna air her. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. That bitch said I was fat. But your ass is fat. She just had the nerve to say you was fat. Now you mad. You taking a grudge on her. You putting her business all out there. You're gonna either learn this truth or you're gonna have to learn in the kingdom, because you ain't gonna make it into the kingdom on the first go around. And that's just it. Anyway, this is a great scripture. Amawan Abad, Psalms 37:27. Depart from evil and do good, and dwell forevermore. For the Lord loveth judgment and forsaketh not his saints. If the person slapped you, you ain't gonna say take revenge on him. The Most High ain't gonna forsake you. Either the Most High tell him the truth and he said he's gonna pay back your enemies, or he's lying. If he's lying, then we all fucked. But if we know that the word of the Lord is true, why are you trying to take revenge? You don't think the Most High can settle it? Believe me, I got enemies right now that I'm waiting for the Most High to fuck them up. It's been a while. Sometimes I get a little weary, like, damn, Lord, you know, what's going on? But eventually, you will find out your enemies were defeated by the Lord. Just wait. It's going to happen. For the Lord loveth judgment and forsaketh not his saints. They are preserved forever, but the seed of the wicked shall be cut off. It's a certainty. Let's see what we got, brothers. Yep. Fire. In his likeness, Yasharallah, Zephaniah 3:8. Therefore, wait ye upon me. You got to wait. Wait ye upon me, said the Lord, until the day that I rise up to the prey. You got to wait for the Lord, man. No, man, I don't want to do that, man. Fuck that. I can get a nigga right now. I know where he living. I know where his mama stay. So what? What's that got to do with anything? For my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms, to pour upon them mine indignation, his anger. You ain't more angry than the Lord. Even all my fierce anger for all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy. The Most High will get all the nations back. We've been waiting a long time to get Cain ass, since the beginning of time, damn near. Look how we already at the end of time now. Fucking devil still running around with the spirit of Cain inside of him. The Lord gonna get him back. All we got to do is just wait. GMS in the Truth, Orlando, Deuteronomy 13:1. Excuse me. If there arise among you a prophet or a dreamer of dreams, and giveth thee a sign or a wonder, And the sign or wonder come to pass, whereof he spake unto thee, saying, let us go after other gods, which thou hast not known, and let us serve them. Thou shalt not hearken unto the words of that prophet, or that dream of dreams, for the Lord your power proveth you to know whether ye love the Lord your power with all your heart and with all your soul, right? And with all your soul, absolutely. So that's right, absolutely. Brother said he didn't do that to August Alsina. So the Most High wants to prove you. He make things happen to you. See what you go. See, you always, Jake, you play checkers. The Most High is a master chess player. He don't play checkers. He make moves to see what you gonna do. See all that shit. The Lord do stuff in your life. You think it's one thing, it's something else. It's way something different. The Most High want to see what you was gonna do. He already know he gonna destroy all the wicked. He know that. You said you a man of the Lord. You a woman of the Lord, right? The Lord said, okay, you a man of the Lord. You love me. Okay, I'm gonna see angels. Come in here in my office. Let's have a meeting. Satan, call Satan. Get him on the phone. Get Satan in here. Let's see if this person love me. And Satan be right in there. Lord, that man don't love you. I got him. I got the perfect plan, Lord. I'm gonna go down there. You see that little kid that he loves so much? That, Satan plotting on you. Don't be a fool. Don't be a fool. Sure, we in the flesh, but this is bigger than just you. It's more things going on, man. Don't be a fool. Don't fall in that trap. When you go to take revenge on somebody, did you know you open your own self up to more hurt? Fuck it, man. We got everything. We got the truth. GMS Vegas sit downs. 1 Peter 2:21 from the NLT. For the Most High called you to do good. No, man. See that, brother? The Most High called you to do good, even if it means suffering. Just as Yahweh shall suffer for you, he is your example, and you must follow his steps. Ooh. He never sinned nor ever deceived anyone. You say you a believer in the Messiah? Okay, what you gonna do? You gotta do what he did. Well, I ain't him. I ain't perfect. So what? He made the way. You can't do everything he did, but you can walk in his footsteps. Don't that scripture in Romans 8 say, Romans 8:29, he gave the spirit into those. Can somebody put that up? Romans 8:29 and 30. You supposed to walk in the way of Yahweh Shai. What the fuck you talking about taking revenge for? He did not retaliate when he was insulted, nor threaten revenge when he suffered. He left his case in the hands of the Most High, who always judges fairly. You think you know better than the Lord? You're a fool. You have to restore wisdom to these situations. When you see these false prophets pop up, don't take their advice. They're getting paid already. You're going to go get killed trying to take revenge on somebody. And we're going to make a lesson about you and say, why that brother trying to take revenge? Parathon Banya Howder. Ecclesiastes 21:26. The heart of fools is in their mouth, but the mouth of the wise is in their heart. See how the Most High is bad, man. You got all the wisdom you need. You don't need to listen to these fucking dingleberry ass niggas. This dude is a fuck man. I'm telling you, brothers. I know the Most High can do anything, but this guy is not of the elect. He's not of the elect. He ain't no man of the Lord. That nigga's a man of niggas. I wouldn't take advice from that guy for nothing, man. Hyman, whatever his name is. Mashiach Isupk, for whom he did foreknow, he also did predestinate to be conformed to the image of his son. You hear that? If you wanted to elect, you're going to be going after the ways of Yahweh Shai. And he said, don't take revenge. For whom he did foreknow, he also did predestinate to be conformed to the image of his son, that he might be the firstborn among many brethren. Moreover, whom he did predestinate, them he also called, and whom he called, them he also justified, and whom he justified, them he also glorified. Too easy. Too easy. And other brothers had it. I didn't see it at the time. Parathon Banya Howder, Brother Imra Yah, they had it too. See, that's what you're supposed to be doing, not listen to a nigga to my take revenge. Blood clot. Blood clot wicked. And he knew it was going off when he said that shit. Ecclesiastes 28:1. He that revenges shall find vengeance from the Lord, and he will surely keep his sins in remembrance. Forgive thy neighbor the hurt that he hath done unto thee, so shall thy sins also be forgiven when thou prayest. Now, to be perfectly fair, if any one of us had been there and somebody slapped you in your face at the time, You might have reacted. That don't mean you was taking revenge because you reacted. You was defending yourself. Nothing wrong with that. But if it's over with, now you sitting and plot, man, the nigga slapped my face. Yeah, at the time. So now I'm gonna plot. Now you gonna plot and take revenge. Now you going off. If you reacted to it, it is what it is. He hit you, you hit him back. Cool. Nobody expects people to take an ass whooping. I don't. If a scoffer come to camp and put his hands on me, guess what? I'm not gonna just stand there and take the shit. That's not taking revenge. Defending yourself and taking revenge is two different things. Once it's over and you go and you start plotting and trying to figure out ways you're gonna get them back, now you setting up revenge, man. It's a whole nother thought. And I know that's too much for most carnal ass Israelites. Ain't that the same thing? You're taking revenge. You too dumb. You should just go ahead and just do whatever you want to do. This is a thinking man's thing. This truth is way different than that little Negro spiritual shit. This is different than a rap battle, man. You thinking on the level of ignorant rappers who killing one another by the thousands. We ain't thinking on that level. As Elder Yashawama says, this truth is not for low-level thinkers. Anyway, let's move on. You know, I got a little bit more on that scripture here. The scriptures tell you not to be nursing hatred, carrying grudges. These are things for earthlings, for puny flesh creatures, for weak humans. This is what they do. This is for foolish mortals, this type of thought. Verse 3 says, one man beareth hatred against another, and doth he seek pardon of the Lord? He showeth no mercy to a man which is like himself, and doth he ask forgiveness of his own sins? If he that is but flesh nourish hatred, who will entreat for the pardon of his sins? There you go. That tells you about all you need to know. See? It says, remember thy end and let enmity cease. Remember corruption and death and abide in the commandments. And the commandment said, don't avenge yourself. Remember the covenant, remember the commandments and bear no malice to thy neighbor. Remember the covenant of the highest and wink at ignorance. See it? Abstain from strife and thou shalt diminish thy sins, for a furious man will kindle strife. Don't walk around the earth mad forever. You got to learn how to cut your losses, how to look at a situation and see the whole picture. Chris Rock, believe me, when he first got slapped, he kind of gathered himself, but you saw him ball his fists up. But then he thought about, wait a minute, I'm on the Oscars. I'm fucking winning. He just flipped it and told a joke, man. And because of that, he's winning. Now, when at the appropriate time, he can open up about it. It's gonna be funny as shit when he finally go into it, man. And Will Smith, he gonna be all right. Plus, I saw a post today that somebody said that this lady said her husband works for the Oscars and he was warned in advance. I guess he do security. They told him if something happened to let it be, don't intervene. Something to that effect. I may do a lesson on it. There's a post that clearly says that. And that don't mean that it's true, but more than likely it's true. But even if it's not true, you still don't supposed to take fucking revenge, man. Just let shit be. You better off letting it go. Chris Rock still winning. Will Smith, he gonna be all right. That dude is a Batiman. He gonna be all right. Measure the times. Romans 8:6. For to be carnally minded is death, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace. You can't think with a carnal mind. The Lord ain't gonna deal with a carnal ass individual. And the Most High is a master of setting up stumbling blocks on fools. Put you in this where you got to take revenge and you start rationing, reasoning with yourself, lean on your own understanding. Your dumb ass go take revenge and wind up in prison, out of the truth. Then be calling us. Don't call us. We can't help your ass. We giving you the help. You don't listen to these stupid niggas and go take revenge on somebody that look just like you. You gotta learn how to measure shit, man. You gotta learn how to measure shit. So we dealt with the revenge. Don't take revenge on people, right? We can close that. Let's deal with the obvious, the adultery, right? We all know adultery is going off. You don't teach people that. You don't tell them to go and sleep with somebody else's wife. You don't tell people to do shit like that. That's one of the worst things you can fucking do to a man, to go and try to take his wife, to go sleep with this woman. That's why one of the lowest things you can do next to killing somebody is to try to sleep with their fucking wife, man. That's some low shit. That's why you get severely punished for it. Put to death. But whatever. That's the lowest fucking thing you can do. Let's read some scriptures on it. So there's one in Proverbs right here. Let's open it up. Man. Woo. This is Proverbs 6:27. Can a man take fire in his bosom and his clothes not be burned? Can you put hot coals or can you put fire in your shirt pocket and expect your clothes not to burn up? Can a man take fire in his bosom and his clothes not be burned? Can one go upon hot coals and his feet not be burned? So he that goeth in to his neighbor's wife, whosoever toucheth her shall not be innocent. Let me read it again. Can a man take fire in his bosom and his clothes not be burned? Can one go upon hot coals and his feet not be burned? So he that goeth into his neighbor's wife. He likened going into your neighbor's wife as if you put fire in your shirt pocket or hot coals on your naked feet. This is what it's like when you take another man's wife. When you go to do that shit, you're going to surely get destroyed. Whosoever toucheth her shall not be innocent. No matter how fine she is, no matter how fat her ass is, no matter how pretty her titties look, no matter how good she smells, what fucking difference does it make? The scriptures say what they say. So he that goeth to his neighbor's wife, goeth into his neighbor's wife, whosoever toucheth her shall not be innocent. Men do not despise a thief if he steal to satisfy his soul when he is hungry, but if he be found, he shall restore sevenfold. He shall give all the substance of his house. But whoso committeth adultery with a woman lacketh understanding. He that doeth it destroyeth his own soul. He said, look, if a thief get caught stealing and he was hungry, he can pay back what he stole. But if you commit adultery, you destroying your own damn soul, man. Men do not despise a thief if he steal to satisfy his soul when he is hungry. But if he be found, he shall restore sevenfold. You got to pay back 7 times what you stole. He shall give all the substance of his house, even if it means you got to give everything away that you own. But whoso committeth adultery with a woman lacketh understanding. He that doeth it destroyeth his own soul. Period. A wound and dishonor shall he get, and his reproach shall not be wiped away. For jealousy is the rage of a man, therefore he will not spare in the day of vengeance. He will not regard any ransom, neither will he rest content though thou givest many gifts. You can give a man all the money you got. He is not interested in possessions. He's interested in your blood. And you know why? And then why you see the dynamic of, well, it said in the day of vengeance, yeah, because you're supposed to be put to death for adultery. The adulterer and the adulterer are supposed to both be put to death. Then he'll be quenched. He'll miss her. He'll love her still, but he can find a new wife, and that bitch be in the grave. And your monkey ass would be in the grave too. You both be dead, man. That's how the Lord solves that. Oh, well, that's it. You gotta walk around and look at this bitch with him happy for the rest of your days, and you sad because she failed. No, they supposed to be put to death. That's what's supposed to happen. But in this punk ass society, it's not so. But not much longer. Not much longer. Measure the times. Exodus 20:14. Thou shalt not commit adultery. It's plain. It's easy. Plain. Jim S. Vegas sit downs. Hebrews 13:4. Marriage is honorable in all, and the bed undefiled. But whoremongers and adulterers will the Most High judge. You're an adulterer. The Lord got one punishment for adulterers. That's death. Jim S. Harakah. Ecclesiastes 9:9. Sit not at all with another man's wife, nor sit down with her in thine arms, and spend not thy money with her at the wine, lest thine heart incline unto her, and so through desire thou fall into destruction. You know how it happens? You're hanging out with her. Come on, let's just get one drink. Nah, I can't do that. I got a husband married. Come on now. Come on, he ain't gonna get mad if you just have a drink. Or she see you. Have a drink with me. And you like, don't you got on the wedding ring? Aren't you married? Yeah, but you know that nigga don't treat me right anyway. We just gonna have a drink and talk. No. Don't put yourself in a position. Before you know it, the shirt comes off. Next thing you know, this happens. Then she touched it. Then you get weak. No, man. Don't do it to yourself. Just better off when you find out she got somebody, Leave that bitch alone. Leave her alone, man. Don't even talk. We just be talking on the phone. I be going on FaceTime. Soon as she get the opportunity, she gonna try to tempt you. Don't do it. It's a test. Don't flunk it. There are too many women to be trying to be with somebody woman. Don't do it, man. Your soulmate. I saw an interesting post one day. You know how the wife be looking on face, they see little shit, they share it with you. She had one that said, from somebody, your soulmate is not someone else's spouse. Of course, they related like it's talking about men and women, but you as men, the perfect woman for you does not belong to someone else. How about that? GMS Harakah, 1 Corinthians 6 and 9. Know ye not that the unrighteous shall not inherit the kingdom of the Most High? Be not deceived. Don't fool yourself. Neither fornicators. What's fornication? Inordinate sexual affection, which adultery falls under that. Adultery is fornication. Homosexuality is fornication. Bestiality is fornication. Yeah, it's still bestiality, but it's also fornication because it's an inordinate sexual affection. Sodomy is fornication, man. Neither fornicators, nor idolaters, nor adulterers, nor effeminate, nor abusers of themselves with mankind, nor thieves, nor covetous, nor drunkards, nor revilers, nor extortioners shall inherit the kingdom of the Most High. Plain and simple. You won't make it on this side. Now, at the end of the day, King David was guilty of adultery, and the Most High still, loved King David, and he forgave his iniquity. Yeah, sure, right? But he brought extreme hell on King David. He said the sword is never going to depart from your house. His son tried to take the throne from him. He had other things going on in his house continuously. You don't want that kind of smoke. GMS Vegas sit downs, Ecclesiastes 23:16. Two sorts of men multiply sin, and the third will bring wrath. A hot mind is as a burning fire. It will never quench till it be consumed. It will never be quenched till it be consumed. Or fornicator in the body of his flesh will never cease till he hath kindled a fire. See it? Plain and simple. And these scriptures, I would say they don't come out enough, but hey, who am I? We read them now. That Proverbs 6 was cold as shit. That's a cold scripture, man. Proverbs 6. I don't read that enough. I'm gonna start bringing that out more, Lord willing. It's numerous scriptures on adultery. We ain't gonna touch on all of them, but we'll read a few. We read enough to know this damn wicked. Adultery is everywhere in the scriptures. Deuteronomy 5:18. Neither shalt thou commit adultery. Leviticus 20:10. And the man that committeth adultery with another man's wife, even he that committeth adultery with his neighbor's wife, the adulterer and the adulteress shall surely be put to death. You'll never see the scriptures say, thou shalt not commit adultery with another woman's husband. Because a man can have more than one woman. It's just not there. Try to stretch it, Christians. Try to stretch it, feminist Israelite women. You won't find that. And the man that committeth adultery with another man's wife, even he that committeth adultery with his neighbor's wife, the adulterer and the adulteress shall surely be put to death. Don't need to be more. There's nothing more plain than that. It's plain. Let's see what else. And brothers got some good scripts on the comment board. Let's read some there. And there's a lot to it. Yeah, and the brother put the example of Joseph. GMS Vegas sit down, Genesis 39:7. And it came to pass after these things that his master's wife cast her eyes upon Joseph. And she said, lie with me. Ooh, that nigga Joseph fine, girl. I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna get that Hebrew. I'm gonna get that Hebrew ride. Nope. But he refused and said unto his master's wife, behold, my master, what is with me in the house? He don't know what's going on with me in the house, and he hath committed all that he hath to my hand. There is none greater in his house than I, neither hath he kept back anything from me but thee, because thou art his wife. My master and sir, he done gave me everything, except his woman. He gave me whatever he had, right? How then can I do this great wickedness and sin against the Most High? And it came to pass, as she spake to Joseph day by day, that he hearkened not unto her to lie by her or to be with her. And it came to pass that about this time that Joseph went into the house to do his business, and there was none of the men of the house there within. And she caught him by his garment, saying, lie with me. Come on, Joseph, you gonna give me some of that. Just like on Friday when the people downstairs, what's that dude's name, man? Damon Mama called Craig them daddy. He said, I heard about you, sweet Dick Willie, or something like that. He said, yeah, I'm a bad motherfucker. She tried to get him, and he was pulling away from her. And then the wife came and caught her. You know, that's just comedy. And he left his garment in her hand and fled and got him out. He ran out of his garment to get away from her. Most of you simple ass Jake, man, she was too fine, man. I couldn't resist, man. She backed me. I said no. She backed me into the corner. Then she touched it. I couldn't help it, brother. Nah, man. No. You gotta fight her off. Yep, Miss Pearly. I like the way you got that lined up. I know somebody like it, bitch. Yeah, them, Negro movies, man. Yep. But see, that's what Joseph did. He ran out of his garment to get away from her. Not because he was afraid. And trust me, brother, you know this woman was bad. You talking about she was a Hamite for number one. She was royalty for number two. You know she smelled good, looked good, stayed looking good. Probably was fine as shit. And the Pharaoh was too big. You know how men of power get. They got plenty of women. She didn't get no attention. Man, it probably was way worse. She probably had on something tight as hell, short, but she probably was dope. And he was like, hell nah. And you a slave. You ain't getting nothing like that. You a slave. So it was way harder than you read it, it seems simple. But you got to put yourself there, man. You know how women can get. They get aggressive as shit. Start saying stuff, talking all sexual, mess with your mind, demons. Yeah, you can get that. Nobody never know. Go ahead on, young buck, get it. Don't do that shit, man. Get away. You get tempted. How the Most High gonna know what you're made of unless you try you? You gotta get tried with something. And Satan gonna come at you with your weaknesses. See, the most beautiful woman you ever seen with a perfect opportunity, she just wants you. You know how again, El Yashawama said it, man. They be in Babylon the Great. We've been on the bottom so long. You be like, who, me? If a beautiful woman want to get with you, you feel like it's your obligation to get with her, no matter what the circumstances is. But it's not true. It's not true. You can't get with that woman if she belongs to somebody. Let alone give somebody the advice to go and do that, man. I smash his woman. And this brought back to mind. I wanted to go back real quick with dealing with taking revenge. Because King David had a chance to take revenge and he didn't do it. But he was gonna do it. And then to show you King David was a righteous man, one of the most righteous men ever lived. He said he wasn't gonna take revenge, man. Right? This is 1 Samuel 25. And he could have took Nabal's wife at the time, but he didn't do it. He didn't do it. He didn't even come on to her. He just let it be. So let's see here. We'll start at verse 3. It says 1 Samuel 25. We'll start at 2. And 2. Nabal and Abigail, right? And there was a man in Maon whose possessions were in Carmel, and the man was very great, and he had 3,000 sheep and 1,000 goats, and he was sharing his sheep in Carmel. Now the name of the man was Nabal, and the name of his wife Abigail. And she was a good woman. She was a woman of good understanding and of a beautiful countenance. But the man was churlish and evil in his doings. He was of the house of Caleb. So he was a Judite. He was from Judah. And David heard in the wilderness that Nabal did shear his sheep. And David sent out 10 young men, and David said unto the young men, get you up to Carmel and go to Nabal and greet him in my name. And thus shall ye say to him that liveth in prosperity, peace be both to thee, and peace be to thine house, and peace be unto all that thou hast. And now I have heard that thou hast shearers. Now thy shepherds which were with us, we hurt them not, neither were there aught missing unto them all the while they were in Carmel. Ask thy young men, and they will show thee. Wherefore let the young men find favor in thine eyes, for we come in a good day. Give, I pray thee, whatsoever cometh to thine hand, and to thy servants, and to thy son David. So King David then was out there in the wilderness. They needed some food and stuff. They say, this guy's rich, right? We looked out for your shepherds and your shearers. He sent messages under Nabal. Man, we looked out for your people when they was out there. We ain't let nothing happen to them. Can y'all hook us up? And when David's young men came, they spake to Nabal according to all those words in the name of David, and ceased. And Nabal answered David's servants and said, who is David? And who is this son of Jesse? There be many servants nowadays that break away every man from his master. Shall I then take my bread and my water and my flesh that I have killed for my shearers and give it unto men whom I know not whence they be? She's like, look, I don't know you niggas. Y'all might just be saying that. Y'all might be trying to, shake us down. You saying you come from David, but how do I know who? And anyway, who is David? I'm Nabal. Man. This my area. This my town. Popping bad. So David's young men turned their way and went again and came and told him all those things and pissed the king off. And David said unto his men, gird you every man his sword. Get the gats. We're going to roll on this fool. And they girded on every man his sword, and David also girded on his sword, and there went up after David about 400 men, and 200 abode by the stuff. So King David went, got his people, right? Got ready for war. Got ready for war to go go get this guy. But one of the young men told Abigail, Nabal's wife, saying, behold, David sent soldiers out of the wilderness to salute our master, and he railed on him. The servant went back and told Nabal's wife, King David sent men, and your husband was tripping. But the men were very good unto us, and we were not hurt, neither missed we anything, as long as we were conversing with them when we were in the fields. They were a wall unto us both by night and day, and all the while we were with them keeping the sheep. So they was like, look, these men, they looked out for us. They protected us. We were straight. Ain't nobody bothered us when they was around. Now, therefore, know and consider what thou wilt do, for evil is determined against our master and against all his household, for he is such a son of Belial that a man cannot speak to him. They said, man, your husband's tripping. He's so damn arrogant, can't nobody even tell the dude. This dude's a devil. And you know how King David them get down. They heard the stories of David and his mighty men. They was like, shit, you put us in a bad shape. Now, in the next part of this, it says Abigail intercedes. Verse 18. Then Abigail made haste and took 200 loaves and 202 bottles of wine and 5 sheep ready dressed and 5 measures of parched corn and 100 clusters of raisins and 200 cakes of figs and laid them on asses. She went with a feast. She took lamb, raisins, wine, right? Corn, fig cakes. She took a lot of stuff down there with King David in. Think about it. 5 sheep ready dressed. That's all type of lamb chops and good food. And she said unto her servants, go on before me. Behold, I come after you. But she told not her husband Nabal. So she went and got all kind of stuff, all kind of food, and she went to take care of him. And it was so, as she rode on the ass, that she came down by the covert of the hill, and behold, David and his men came down against her. Hold on here. Yeah. So she went and met up with them. Now David had said, surely in vain have I kept all that this fellow hath in the wilderness, so that nothing was missed of all that pertained unto him, and he has requited me evil for good. King David said, man, we looked out for these people, because the servants went back and told King David what was said to them. And I'm sure he was pissed off. He said, man, we looked out for this dude. We didn't even know Nabal. We still looked out for his people. And then King David says, so and more also do the Most High unto the enemies of David, if I leave all that pertain to him by the morning light, any that pisses against the wall. He said, we're going to kill all the men down there. We're going to touch something. Since they want to act like that, Nabal want to trip, we're going to show them what it is. And when Abigail saw David, she hasted and lighted off her ass and fell before David on her face and bowed herself to the ground and fell at his feet and said, upon me, my Lord, upon me, let this iniquity be. And let thine handmaid, I pray thee, speak in thine audience and hear the words of thine handmaid. She said, King David, I'm sorry what happened. Can I talk to you? Basically. Let not my Lord, I pray thee, regard this man of Belial, even Nabal, for as his name is, so is he. Nabal is his name, and folly is with him. But I, thine handmaid, saw not the young men of my Lord, whom thou didst send. She said, look, I didn't know your men came. If I would have been there, things would have been different. I would have never let that happen. And you can't pay no attention to Nabal because he's a demon. Even though he's my husband, he's a demon. Now, therefore, my Lord, as the Lord liveth, and as thy soul liveth, seeing the Lord hath withholden thee from coming to shed blood, and from avenging thyself, you hear it? From avenging thyself with thine own hand. Now let thine enemies and they that seek evil to my Lord be as Nabal. And now this blessing which thine handmaid hath brought unto my Lord, let it even be given unto the young men that follow my Lord. She said, look, I brought food. Don't pay no attention to this dude. Don't try to avenge yourself. I pray thee forgive the trespass of thine handmaid. She put it on herself. She said, if I would have been there, you put it on me, because if I'd have been there, this would have never happened. For the Lord will certainly make my Lord a sure house, because my Lord fighteth the battles of the Lord, Yahweh, and evil hath not been found in thee all thy days. She said, I heard about you. You a good man, and you fight for the Most High. Don't let this be on you. Don't let this be on you that you took revenge. See, she said, when everything is said and done, you're gonna be straight. The Most High gonna take care of you. Yet a man is risen to pursue thee and to seek thy soul, but the soul of my Lord shall be bound in the bundle of life with the Lord thy power, which people was trying to kill King David at the time. He was on the run. He wasn't really fully anointed king yet, but he was gonna be king, and everybody knew about David. And the souls of thine enemies, them shall he sling out as out of the middle of a sling. She said, man, the Most High gonna destroy all your enemies, right? And it shall come to pass when the Lord shall have done to my Lord according to all the good that he hath spoken concerning thee, and he shall have appointed thee ruler over Israel, that this be no grief unto thee, nor offense of heart unto my Lord, either that thou hast shed blood causeless, or that my Lord hath avenged himself. But when the Lord shall have dealt well with my Lord, then remember thine handmaid. And that's heavy. She said, when you finally get your kingdom, when you finally in your power, your rulership, you're gonna remember. This could be grief unto you. You're gonna remember and think back. You shed blood and avenged yourself. That could be a blot on you. See, look at this guy. Why do you fucking people do this, man? We made 1,000 videos on this shit. Caesar Senelia, Shalom, have sex with a prostitute is adultery or fornication. It's neither, man. It's neither. Well, I've just told you, it's neither. If you think it's adultery or fornication, I mean, is it adultery or fornication? The only way it's adultery if that lady got a husband and you know about it. I mean, what do you want us to say to you, man? What the fuck is wrong with you people? What do? You just sit around thinking of perverse shit to ask us? How about using a search engine, man? I'm gonna just say it outright, because you fucking Israelites get all messed up over little simple shit. If a single Israelite man, even a married man, whatever, if an Israelite man has sex with a prostitute, it's not adultery or fornication, man. It's not. You got it? It's not. You still caught up in the West? No, man, you can't do it. Fuck out of here, man. It's not. You do the research. You look the shit up. You want to know about it? You look it up. We done did plenty of videos on it. There's nothing wrong with it, man. Judah did the shit in Genesis. Now, at the end of the day, we ain't telling you to go do it. You ask the question: have sex with a prostitute is adultery or fornication? It's neither. It's neither. Nowhere in the script, thou shalt not have sex with a prostitute. It's not there, man. How's it adultery? How? Back to the story, right? And if you can't handle it, somebody got a problem with it, what you want us to do? We can't make you be okay with everything that's hard to deal with. We can't make you okay with it. Nobody told you to go do that, right? You don't have to do it. I don't know why you would ask that. You keep he said some say it's okay. That means you're going around asking people that question. You must want to do the shit. Is that what it is? You must want to do it. At the end of the day, if we tell you, give you the answer, you're gonna do the opposite. You're gonna do what you want to do anyway. Now back to the story. She was telling King David, like, look, if you do this, if you shed blood and take revenge, when you firmly set in your rulership, this would have been a source of great, it'll come back to your mind. Don't put a blot on your rulership by doing this thing, man. Take these things instead, right? Making me lose my train of thought. I shouldn't even never answer this shit. Look, you can't get Jake to understand shit. What did I just fucking say? So it's not a sin, right? Answered you already, bro. How about use the search engine? You so concerned about it? Type this in. GMS, right? I don't know, say harlot maybe, prostitute, I don't know. Watch the videos from us. Don't watch the videos saying that we going off of saying it's okay. Don't watch those. Watch the. Well, I mean, you can watch whatever you want, but watch the ones that's going to edify you on it. The reasons why. And if you can't get it, you just can't get it, man. Too late in the game to be worrying about that shit popping up out of the blue. GMS harlot, GMS prostitute, whatever you want to say. GMS is who you want to learn it from or see the video on. And really, at the end of the day, if you ain't gonna be the type of person gonna watch one group, it ain't gonna matter. Because when you ask every other Israelite group in the world, them niggas gonna freak out. They're gonna fall all apart. But you want to know the truth on the matter. You don't want to, fuck Coswan. Coswan is a weenie. Little bitch ass weenie. Don't come on out on our channel and recommend no other Israelite groups because they Coswan going off. Why Coswan ain't never had a camp at all? Why he never taught on the street? Coswan. That dude is a weenie. He's weak. He's a weakling. Anyway, 1 Samuel 25:32. And David said to Abigail, "Blessed be the Lord power of Israel, which sent thee this day to meet me." King David said, "Bless you. And blessed be thy advice, and blessed be thou, which has kept me this day from coming to shed blood and from avenging myself with mine own hand." You got it? King David said it. He said, "Bless you, because you stopped me from doing something stupid." Because King David was in his rage. He was mad. "For in very deed as the Lord power of Israel liveth, which hath kept me back from hurting thee, except thou hadst hasted and come to meet me, surely there had not been left unto Nabal by the morning light any that pisseth against the wall." He said, if you hadn't came and stopped us, we would have killed everybody up. All the men would have been dead. So David received of her hand that which she had brought him, and said unto her, "Go up in peace to thine house. See, I have hearkened to thy voice and have accepted thy person." See, King David says, see, I'm going to listen to you. And Abigail came to Nabal, and behold, he held a feast in his house like the feast of a king. And Nabal's heart was merry within him, for he was very drunken. Wherefore she told him nothing less or more till the morning light, showing another sign of a good wife. She didn't go right then and jump all in his face and say nothing to him. She let him enjoy his feast, right, the next day. But it came to pass in the morning, when the wine was gone out of Nabal, when he was in his right mind, and his wife had told him these things, that his heart died within him, and he became as a stone. He realized how much danger he was really in, and he had a heart attack, basically. And it came to pass about 10 days after that the Lord smote Nabal, that he died. So the Most High took care of King David's enemies. And you can go read the rest of it, right? King David then married Abigail. Not like the same day. It doesn't say what the time frame was. But eventually, King David wound up with Abigail. Now, he didn't try to take her while she was married. He just took the advice. He took the gift, and he went on his way. So if King David, who had the power to take revenge, didn't take revenge, should you take revenge? Hell no. Hell no. And for you weak Israelites going to see the exchange that just happened, you don't know how disrespectful it is for us to be going to a heavy topic and some crazy Israelite that don't really watch us pop up and just ask a random question, some out of order shit, man. He could have waited till after the fact. He could have put that on the comment board of any error. I put up how many videos today? 2. He could have went to either one of the new videos or any other over 500 videos on my page and asked the question anytime. Why come on the live stream and interrupt us to ask us that? Like, that's some important shit. That ain't no important shit. Do you people got Bibles? Do you read them at all? Or you just wait to ask us shit? And it's hundreds of videos of Great Millstone on the internet, and we put up more every day. There are at least, I would estimate, let's just say there are 300 Great Millstone, and I know there's more than that. Let's just say 300 Great Millstone members on YouTube daily. Do you know that over half of them upload videos every day, and the other half will upload videos the next day, and then the other half will have uploaded 2 videos a day? I'm saying the same half from the first time that uploaded some videos one day, the other half upload videos the other day, then the other half that from the first day, they upload 2 videos the next day. That's how many videos we make for some guy waiting on the live stream to just ask us questions because you watch those other groups and they sit there and asking all your damn questions, right? Was the book of Genesis wrote before Deuteronomy? When Deuteronomy was wrote, then what was, we're not going to sit here and do that. like I keep saying, what the prophets did more times is gave you warnings from the Lord, and that was, that's really what we set it to do, give you the warnings of the Lord, tell you to get right. To sit here and answer all these damn questions every day, break this stuff down, break that down for you this week. Then one of your friends, you told him what the breakdown meant, but he wanted to hear it from me, so I got to do it again next week. That's a lot. That's why there's a search engine for you to look things up. That's what you're supposed to do, man. And just because you go to Sakari and they answer every one of your questions, don't mean that they're righteous. We got the 100% truth. You can go to whoever you want, ask them questions. We're no longer going to sit here and answer all these damn questions we've been answering all these many years. I made 2 videos, last year? About the whole harlot situation. And then a whole bunch of Israelites fall apart. Oh, y'all niggas weak, you telling people they can sleep with harlots. You don't understand the Bible at all. You don't understand the relationship that the Most High has with men and men have with women and the true understanding of fornication and what marriage really is. You don't know all that. You need to learn all that stuff before your primitive black man mind try to understand there's no sin in a man laying with a, if let me say it like this. Is it a sin when a man lays with a woman that's single? No. So then if the woman accepts a fee for that sex, is it a sin then? What's the sin in it? Really, what is the sin in it? That she's selling herself? That's her sin. She ain't supposed to be a harlot, but that's what she's doing. How does that make you guilty? It ain't like buying a hot TV. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's simple stuff, man. I ain't gonna get mad about it no more. Salakia, brothers. But when people ask questions, they rob you. They rob those that are receiving edification. When they butt in like that and ask a random ass question, they're robbing you of edification. But you get the point. That was further on revenge. King David didn't take revenge. And the Most High took revenge on his enemy. And then he gave him something for it. Because look, if you break a commandment of the Lord, going forward to something great, when you finally get your great thing, the Lord is still looking at you for that iniquity that you did. It could be a signal to him that you lack faith. You lack trust in the Lord, right? Here it is, you in the wilderness, right? And I don't know what scenario it would be. Here's a good one. You in the wilderness. You ain't had food in 5 days, right? You're starving to death. You need food. You wait on the Lord to send you food. Then all of a sudden you look and you see in the forest a wild boar. Do you kill that wild boar and eat pork and break the commandments? Or do you wait for the Lord to send you food? You don't kill the wild boar and eat the pork. You wait. Well, we're going to die if we don't eat. We can get him. He right there. We can get him. You wait. You don't let the wild boar eat you, but you don't go and eat something unclean because you're starving to death. You don't do that. You fuck around me and eat the unclean meat, and just when you do it, a couple of chickens walk by. Or the chariots come and bring you, some food. Don't let what the situation that's going on dictate to you to make you break the commandments of the Lord. Don't do that. Don't do it. So you just have to learn from that. There are going to be situations that come up like that in Jacob's trouble, that making the wrong decision could cost you your life or your salvation. You don't want to do that. I didn't know if the Lord was really going to come. So then a witch came by and I asked her to, to prophesy and show us, through her tarot cards, whether the Lord going to save us or not. That's stupid. It's stupid. Learn, but that African-American, black people, Babylonian shit is going to take a lot of people, those attitudes, those opinions, trying to think like a black person would think. Don't do that. You got to think how the Most High wants you to think. Now, dealing with, let's play this video again from this guy. See what else we get. Because it's witchcraft. The witchcraft is find some of that good cocaine from, he said, Kensington, which that's in Philadelphia. Over on Kensington, I believe. He said it's purer than in New York. That's witchcraft, man. Drug use is witchcraft. That's gonna be short. We can prove that though. Let's play it again.
Should do. This would be my counsel to him. Chris Rock cannot beat Will Smith in a fight, more than likely. Will Smith trains for action movies. He's probably well trained with all kinds of martial arts and fighting styles and guns. This is what, but if he truly wants revenge, and Chris Rock must get revenge in the spirit of Christ, he has to do it, or else he won't be a man. Let me tell you what my counsel, if Chris Rock was a man under my supervision, this is what I would counsel him to do. This is the only way Will Smith would understand. Chris Rock cannot fight him. Chris Rock cannot assault him. But you know what Chris Rock can do? Chris Rock can fuck his wife. And that's what he should do. He should do that. He should buy some of that good heroin. He should buy some of that good heroin. They got good heroin down here in Kensington. Kensington got excellent heroin, excellent cocaine, Puritan in New York. He should get some of that weed from California or some of that cocaine from Philadelphia. And he should go and talk to Jada Pinkett. You know what he should do? He should befriend her son. He should go make friends with her son. He should come over the house and say, listen, I want to squash this beef. I'm sorry about what I said about your head. You know, that was wrong. Me and Jaden here playing video games here. He should start playing with Jaden Smith, and he should fuck the shit out of Jada Pinkett.
If you see something, say something.
It's wicked.
Chris Rock.
Wicked dude. So we covered the revenge. We covered the adultery. The brother said Project Pat. Get with her, sleep with her, fuck her. Stupid shit. So this is witchcraft. That's what he spoke on. When he talked about the cocaine and the drug use, that's witchcraft. Right? What you want to say, sorcery or witchcraft? Let's go to it. This is Revelation 18. We'll start at verse 20. It says, rejoice over her, thou heaven, and ye holy apostles and prophets. For the Most High hath avenged you on her. This is speaking of Babylon the Great. It's going to go into the destruction of Babylon the Great. Now, the rejoicing over her, thou heaven, Israelites, and ye holy apostles and prophets, for the Most High hath avenged you on her. The Most High is going to avenge our blood on Babylon the Great. And a mighty angel took up a stone like a great millstone and cast it into the sea, saying, thus with violence shall that great city Babylon be thrown down, and shall be found no more at all. The great millstone represents the nuclear missiles that can be thrown on this place and destroyed with violence. And the voice of harpers and of musicians and of pipers and trumpeters shall be heard no more at all in thee, and no craftsman of whatsoever craft he be shall be found any more in thee. And the sound of a millstone shall be heard no more at all in thee. And the candle and the light of a candle shall shine no more at all in thee. And the voice of the bridegroom and of the bride shall be heard no more at all in thee. It's just going through the different areas of Babylon the Great. There ain't gonna be nobody left in this place. It's gonna be destroyed. It goes on, for thy merchants were the great men of the earth, for by thy sorceries were all nations deceived. So it said, by the sorceries of Babylon the Great were all nations deceived, right? When you go into the word sorceries here, let's get to it.
Strong's G 5331. Pharmakeia. Pharmakeia.
Pharmakeia or pharmakeia, which sounds like pharmacy or pharmaceuticals, right? Let's see right here what it says. It says pharmacy, etc., primarily signify the use of medicine, drugs, spells, then poisoning, sorcery, right? Witchcraft, as mentioned, as one of the works of the flesh. Here, the use or the administering of drugs. And Jake will ask questions to death about it. What about Tylenol? What about aspirin? What about this? What about that? We've done lessons on it. You should look it up, right? You think the Most High sitting up there in heaven, he better not take that aspirin. I'm going to destroy him. It's different, right? If you take an aspirin or a damn ibuprofen, it's not going to make you hallucinate. It's not going to make you commune with spirits, but narcotics will. The use or the administering of drugs. Poisoning is another form of sorcery or witchcraft. Sorcery, magical arts, often found in connection with idolatry and fostered by it. A metaphor for the deceptions and seductions of idolatry, right? So the use or administering of drugs, it goes a little further. medication, pharmacy, i.e., by extension, magic, literally or figuratively, sorcery, witchcraft. It don't mean every medication. You have to understand, learn, look into it, pray on it. Blood pressure medication. Can I say definitively that this means you a sorcerer if you take blood pressure medication? No, I wouldn't say that. But I know that stuff ain't good for you. I ain't telling you don't take it. You know, you got to see what the Most High tell you to do. If you take a painkiller, some painkillers are very strong. Some are narcotics, right? Magic mushrooms, marijuana, different drugs. There are different kinds of drugs. It's good. It's got marijuana is one of those things that got good uses if you take it a certain way, but if you try to smoke it, then it's different, right? We ain't gonna go into all that. You gotta learn, Jake gotta look up stuff, get into it, apply many different scriptures to it. I can't tell you definitively, if you take medicine I can tell you if you take medicine for a sinus infection, is that witchcraft? No, it's not witchcraft. But Esau do a lot of tricky shit. Every medicine that you take, Esau knows about the herbs. So a lot of times he will use herbs. They'll use herbs in the medicine. Do they put shit on to hook you to? They'll put shit in to give you side effects. You in Babylon the Great. Nothing is perfect. But there are some things you just cannot do. You can't just ingest hallucinogenic drugs in yourself because hell yeah, you are committing witchcraft. And if you sell it or you advise others to do it, you tell them to get involved in witchcraft. And that's as simple as that. This brother said those Isupk dudes are some carnal, wicked ass dudes. And they keep getting exposed over and over. That was the brother Yair from Banyamyan. Also from South Carolina, Columbia. Shalom, brother. This is GMS. I saw a chariot, Wisdom of Solomon 1:8. Therefore, he that speaketh unrighteous things cannot be hid. Neither shall vengeance, when it punisheth, pass by him. There's always a recompense for doing wickedness like this, of this magnitude. You can't just teach people that shit. See, he was saying in a comedic sense, but if you want to do comedy, don't have on your Israelite wardrobe when you're doing the shit. Don't put it on your channel. If you're a comedian, you tell jokes as a career. Don't do it on your YouTube channel that's known for Hebrew Israelite teaching because somebody's going to take it serious. And he know what he was fucking doing. That dude is wicked, man. General, let me break your hand. Arrows of indignation, Micah 5:12. And I will cut off witchcrafts out of thine hand, and thou shalt have no more soothsayers. And there's other scriptures that allude to witchcraft and sorcery. You can go and look them up. Most brothers know them. I just wanted to prove it. GMS, pray always, hopefully Leviticus 19:31. Regard not them that have familiar spirits, neither seek after wizards to be defiled by them. I am the Lord your power. There you go. Right? Yep. That's right, brother. This brother said high blood pressure and most diseases come from a horrible diet. Our medicine is in the herbs of the earth and the food we eat through Yahweh Shem Shai. And that's true. But that don't mean if a person go to because you might have to go to the doctor. You just may have to. In the perfect world, no Israelite will go to the doctor. We would have our own people set up as herbologists, and they can tell us what to eat and what to take. You eat the right amount of this, but we ain't in the perfect world. We in the kingdom of the wicked. So if you can get some remedy from over-the-counter things, even from if a doctor give you a prescription, you may just have to do the shit, man. You may just have to do it because the new Israelites, they don't know another Israelite that can tell them about herbs to take. So we ain't gonna condemn people if you get medicine, but we will condemn your ass if you sniffing coke, you doing heroin, you telling others to do it. If you're smoking anything, we will condemn you. We'll tell you you're going off for doing that. Not condemn you, but we'll tell you you're going off. Period. Right? But we can't be over righteous and tell you if you get a headache and you got a migraine, you can't see, just get you a little bit of, go and get this flower root and crush it up to a fine powder, then drink it with a goody powder and drink some water. We can't tell you that. You have to do what works for you. If I get a headache, I will take ibuprofen. I said it. There you go. I ain't gonna just let it hurt and then pray to the Lord to the east. drink 3 gallons of water, and then after that, wait 2 days. Then hold the antenna to the left. No. Take the damn ibuprofen if you want to. If you don't want to do it, don't do it. You're in Babylon the Great. Some things you're going to just do. Now, other things, I ain't going to run to the doctor and in fear of a certain pandemic and take another thing. I'm not gonna do that shit. That's just something I ain't gonna do. GMS in the Truth Orlando, and I don't like to take medicine, but I will if I have to. GMS in the Truth Orlando, Exodus 22:18, thou shalt not suffer a witch to live. We ain't gonna put him to death. If somebody's a witch, the Most High get him in due time. He's gonna do that. And you have straight out witchcraft and sorcery. Then you have the subtle type, with the hallucinogens, poisonings, witchcraft such as putting period blood in stew, right? Taking a hair out of somebody's brush and then going to this lady and she do this, say these words over, and then he just love you forever. That's witchcraft. A lot of Negroes do witchcraft shit, man. You find me this type of shit really is. A lot of black people, Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, Israelites, a lot of them believe in witchcraft. They believe in going to the psyche to get their palm read and to tell them they felt their fortune. They believe in that shit. They believe in putting a certain thing in the fire and burning the fire and make a sweet savor. They ain't doing it to the Lord. Incense ain't wicked and sage ain't wicked, but if you do it to another god, then it's wicked. Bottom line. So I think we'll leave it right there. I want to get one more here. Galatians will tell you a lot. 5. Let's go to that. Because a lot of these things go back to the works of the flesh, right? And I think damn near everything we went into goes into these things. And you don't want to be caught doing them. This is Galatians 5:16. This I say then, walk in the spirit. You heard that? Not in the flesh, in the spirit. And you shall not fulfill the lust of the flesh. For the flesh lusteth against the spirit, and the spirit against the flesh. And these are contrary the one to the other, so that ye cannot do the things that ye would. See, that flesh is going to always fight you, right? The flesh fights you. But if you be led of the spirit, ye are not under the law. Now the works of the flesh are manifest, which are these: adultery, fornication, uncleanness. This is what General Mahayaman was telling that person. He's giving him advice. He said he would give Chris Rock this advice, right? Take revenge. Well, he told him commit adultery, do fornication, do some uncleanness, do some lasciviousness, idolatry, witchcraft. He said, get you some of that good heroin, befriend Jada Pinkett. That's witchcraft. He's telling him that he's advising him to use witchcraft to commit adultery, hatred, variance, emulations, wrath, strife, seditions, heresies, envyings, murders, drunkenness, revelings, and such like, of the which I tell you before, as I have told you in time past, that ye which do such things shall not inherit the kingdom of the Most High. See? So, hey, all these works of the flesh, you don't do them. You don't do those things. Let's get Revelation. Revelation 22. Is it 21? Salaki. Revelation 21 and 7. He that overcometh shall inherit all things, and I will be his God, and he shall be my son. This is talking about the Israelites. Those are the ones going to inherit all things. They ain't talking about Esau. Esau can't inherit all things. The Most High have made all things for himself, even the wicked for the day of evil. An Edomite cannot inherit all things. An East Indian who's not an Israelite, I ain't talking about an East Indian that lives there, but he's an Israelite by seed. I ain't talking about them. I'm talking about these other nations. Hamites, Ishmaelites, Moabites, Ammonites. They can't inherit all things. It's for the Israelites. He that overcometh and shall inherit all things, and I will be his power, and he shall be my son. But the fearful and unbelieving and the abominable and murderers and whoremongers and sorcerers. You're a sorcerer if you take drugs, if you advise others to take drugs, if you sell drugs, you're a sorcerer. And idolaters and all liars shall have their part in the lake which burneth with fire and brimstone, which is the second death. The nuclear missiles are going to burn you. Period. You're going to be destroyed. Or the Most High may destroy you in some other way. So you can't take revenge. You can't commit adultery. You can't do witchcraft. You can't do sorcery. Even if you say, I'm going to take revenge, I ain't going to sleep with his wife, I'm going to put a root out on that. I'm going to put a root on that nigga. I'm going to go to the witch doctor. I'm going to get some hair out of his brush. I'm going to get my wife, or, send a woman over to get hair out of his brush. They go put a root on it. That's wicked too. You can't do it. And people do shit. I'm gonna make me a Will Smith voodoo doll. Every time a nigga go say the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, I'm gonna twist his neck. Then he gonna be hollering in pain. That's wicked, man. And people do shit like that. You get desperate. I'm telling you, man, we can see it so clear. This social media shit, that little weak ass revenge. See, social media has made everybody their own idol. You idolize yourself. You take all these fucking pictures. You keep taking selfies. YouTube. These things turn people into a bunch of demons. They got everybody worshiping themselves. So when you get embarrassed, when you get called out or get made a fool of, you wind up doing any number of wickedness so you can get your damn lick back. And the whole time, Lord just looking at your ass like, yeah, I'm gonna destroy. Call Satan. Let's go down there and get him. It's crazy, man. And the brother said it. Roots is real big down here in the South, period. Blood and spaghetti. These women do a lot of wickedness, man. And they learn it from other people. Lots of wickedness goes on. And these Israelites are not exempt. The more you listen, the more you find out. Listening to Bishop Nato in their Passover, he was revealing a lot of shit unknowingly, trying to be proud. He was steady talking, giving away secrets. You could hear them talking about the women in there. He got on the women about them gaining so much weight, getting fat, saying they want husbands. He talking about the women that had a oil called pussy juice. They've been selling it. He was getting on people. This different little shit. You can tell women in there is out of order as shit. We told y'all about the fucking women in your congregation. Too much headache. Too much headache. GMS in the Truth Orlando, Galatians 6:16. And as many as walk according to this rule, peace be on them and mercy and upon the Israel of the Most High. It's two Israels. It's Israel, it's your average Israelite, Judah, fringe shirts, mitris, all the garments with the menorah chain. You got a chariot on your chain, whatever, all that shit. And then you got the Israel of the Most High, the sincere ones who walking after the ways of the Lord to the best of their ability with all their might. They're not trying to glorify themselves. That fucking Passover Nate them through. It's a goddamn embarrassment, man. But you know what? A lot of people coming, even that fucking fashion show. The brother did a look. Even though that fashion show was off as hell, you have people defending that shit. See? You got people defending that shit. A lot of people. People offended that we got on them. One dude left me a long ass paragraph about use Acts 5:38. We ought to obey the Most High rather than men. IUIC, they just doing what the Lord. Shut your ass up. As soon as I blocked the guy, his comment disappeared. The YouTube moderators are doing something there, but that's all right. It don't matter. We don't owe you people answers. If you so damn new, you don't know how to break witchcraft. We can't really help you. You're just here to be a damn nuisance. What can we do to break those witchcraft? I ain't even gonna tell you, man. You don't know better than that. You pass anything I can do to help you. That's why you can't ask nothing else. You don't, like I keep going back to that analogy about the bull in the china shop. You got a bunch of nice ass dishes in the shop. You let these wild, crazy Israelites in there, they're just like a bunch of, they're like letting the bull in there. Bull just run everywhere and break all the damn dishes up. Now you sitting in there with a bunch of, shards of glass everywhere. That's what these Israelites are like. Did I not just go into a long thing telling that there's many videos you could put comments on and ask questions? Did I say that? Jake don't listen worth a shit, but that's okay. Now you got to. Now you got to put your questions on the comment board, not on the live chat and interrupt the flow. I'm Raya, Galatians 3:10. For as many as are of the works of the law are under the curse, for it is written, cursed is everyone that continue not in all things which are written in the book of the law to do them. But that no man is justified by the law in the sight of the Most High, it is evident, for the just shall live by faith. And the law is not of faith, but the man that doeth them shall live in them. A tongue is a twister, right? Sure, we're not going to be saved by keeping the law. You're supposed to have faith, but if you have faith, you're going to keep the law. Easy. A person with faith wouldn't say, well, I'm going to go ahead and just do whatever I want to do, but I know I got faith, the Lord going to still save me. That doesn't make any sense. Why is it written in the Bible, thou shalt not? But then you say you can do the shit. You can't do it. Yasharala, Proverbs 1 and 10. My son, if sinners entice thee, consent not. And this dude is a sinner. He's trying to entice you to commit sin. ISUPK is one of the most carnal groups. Now they're gonna come out with another video trying to fix what he said. What he meant to say was, you can't fix that shit. We're gonna play it again. You can't fix what he said. That dude was going off.
Chris Rock should do. This would be my counsel to him. Chris Rock cannot beat Will Smith in a fight, more than likely. Will Smith trains for action movies. And he's probably well trained with all kinds of martial arts and fighting styles and guns.
What if Chris Rock could whip his ass? Should he do it? Not now, he shouldn't. If he didn't do it at the time when he hit you, what's the point? What are you gonna do? Fly across country, find Will Smith when he had an event and run up on him and whip his ass? That's taking revenge. You still be going off. The time to do something back was when he did it to you. That's it. It wouldn't have been revenge. You would have just been defending yourself. Now, it's going to be revenge. And no court, no judge in their right mind would see it any other way. The judge is going to ask you, could you have avoided the confrontation, Mr. Rock? So let me get it straight. You waited 2 weeks. You waited a month. After the event was over, then you bought a ticket. Then you bought the ticket and you waited 3 days. Then you got on the plane and you flew across country. Then you found out where it was. You rented a hotel. You got a hotel room and stayed for 2 days till his event. Then you drove to his event, caught a cab. Then you went over there and you started a fight with him. Is that what you're telling me? The judge gonna ask you all that. You're gonna be guilty. That's why it's a bad idea. You don't take revenge, man. There's many reasons why it's a bad idea, but that's how it's gonna go down. You let that shit go now. You ride off of it.
Chris Rock should do. This would be my counsel to him. Chris Rock cannot beat Will Smith in a fight, more than likely. Will Smith trains for action movies. And he's probably well trained with all kinds of martial arts and fighting styles and guns. But if he truly wants revenge, and Chris Rock must get revenge. And the spirit.
You heard that? Why? Why must he get revenge?
And Chris Rock must get revenge. And
where's that written? Somebody do you wrong, you must get revenge. Where's that written? I'm interested in what scripture he could pull to think he can make that fit. Amazing.
But if he truly wants revenge, and Chris Rock must get revenge, and the spirit of Christ, he has to do it, or else he won't be a man. Let me tell you what my counsel, if Chris Rock was a man under my supervision, this is what I would counsel him to do. This is the only way Will Smith would understand. Chris Rock cannot fight him. Chris Rock cannot assault him. But you know what Chris Rock can do? Chris Rock can fuck his wife. And that's what he should do. He should do that. He should buy some of that good heroin.
You heard the people in the background clapping.
His wife. And that's what he should do. He should do that. He should buy some of that good heroin. He should buy some of that good heroin. They got good heroin down here in Kensington. Kensington got excellent heroin, excellent cocaine, Puritan in New York.
When is heroin ever excellent? When is cocaine ever excellent? Good Lord, man. Every time I hear this shit, I'm like, where did he get these people from?
He should buy some of that good heroin. They got good heroin down here in Kensington. Kensington got excellent heroin, excellent cocaine, Puritan in New York. He should get some of that weed from California or some of that cocaine from Philadelphia. And he should go and talk to Jada Pinkett. You know what he should do? He should befriend her son. He should go make friends with her son. He should come over the house and say, listen, I want to squash this beef. I'm sorry about what I said about your head. You know, that was wrong. Me and Jaden here playing video games here.
This dude kind of feminine. When you look at his ways, how he put his hand on his hip and how he moved his head around, he kind of feminine, man. Wow. Look at his hand on his hip. This nigga BBW.
Heroin. They got good heroin down here in Kensington. Kensington got excellent heroin, excellent cocaine, Puritan in New York. He should get some of that weed from California or some of that cocaine from Philadelphia, and he should go and talk to Jada Pinkett. You know what he should do? He should befriend her son. He should go make friends with her son. He should come over the house and say, listen, I want to squash this beef. I'm sorry about what I said about your head. You know, that was wrong. Me and Jaden here playing video games here. He should start playing with Jaden Smith, and he should fuck the shit out of Jada Pinkett.
If you see something, say something.
Yeah, that dude feminine. You wish I was your pound cake. You wish I was your baby mama. That's him. Yep, brother said Medea. That dude is, boy. Don't listen to nobody wild like that. They get you killed, man. You go try to take revenge on this man. You do some shit like that. Now, here's the stupid logic of a nigga. He already slapped your damn face. If you take the logic and say you can't whip his ass, if you listen to him, you go sleep with this man's wife and he find out. What do you think he's gonna do the next time? He slapped you for calling a bald head. Now you go sleep with her. I got revenge. What do you think he's gonna do to you this time? Boy, common sense ain't so common. Hanan, Israel, tribe of Benjamin, 1 Corinthians 3:16. Know ye not that ye are the temple of the Most High, and that the Spirit of the Most High dwelleth in you? You can't defile your temple. If any man defile the temple of the Most High, him shall the Most High destroy. For the temple of the Most High is holy, which temple ye are. He didn't only okay for you to get some dope to get her to use it. You gonna be using it with her. Brother Amrayah, Ecclesiastes 10:3. An unwise king destroyeth his people, but through the prudence of them which are in authority, the city shall be inherited. And these men are like, they're in rulership over their people. His whole premise was if somebody came to him and he was under his, he would give him that counsel. If somebody came to him, he gonna destroy you. Bad leadership. Jim S. Pray always, hopefully elect, Proverbs 14:12. There is a way which seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof are the ways of death. And that's surely the ways of death. So that's it, brothers. We're going to leave off right there. And sisters, there's a few sisters still in here too. We're going to leave off right there. All right. I mean, you clearly see it. It's plain. I put the link up several times in that video. I put it up again there. Just wicked. And these Israelites are taking turns seeing who can say the most outlandish shit. Don't take advice from these people. What does the scripture say? They be blind leaders of the blind. And if any man follow the blind, shall they not fall into a ditch? I'm paraphrasing it because I don't have the quote exactly right. Shall not they both fall into a ditch? Wait till the Most High open up on these false prophets. And we ain't gonna get off you, Bishop Nate. Just because these niggas done said this, they ain't gonna get us off of you. They still got like 2 hours of footage to listen to on your Passover. We're gonna find more on you, more shit on y'all proud ass Israelites, man. It is what it is. The water brothers and sisters, all praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to the hopeful elect. We'll see you again soon, Lord willing. All right, shalom.